It's time now for Down on the Corner with Dale Hoffman, North Central Arkansas's premier news talk program. Brought to you by Sears Hometown Store, locally owned and operated right here in Mountain Home.
Good morning, North Central Arkansas, Southern Missouri. It is Monday, August 3, 2020. It's 7 a.m. and welcome to Down on the Corner program. Dale Hoffman, your host. Hope you had a wonderful weekend.
It's a Monday.
A little bit of rain came through.
It's a Monday.
A little bit last night about 9 o'clock and a little thunder and lightning. So it was really good. Good sleeping weather.
We had quite a bit of rain up at my house.
Did
We
we?
didn't have hardly anything.
Yeah, we had
A
quite a bit.
little about 9:15 last night. Had a pretty good shower where I'm at. But other than that, I haven't had much rain at all. It's pretty dry. And I'm
The guy
still,
was up in Clark Ridge. He said they got rain on Friday. He said that was the first rain they'd had in 3 weeks.
yeah.
No,
They
no,
were
I
just
believe that.
dying up there.
Yeah, and you watch it on the radar, and it just it comes into the White River and fizzles before it gets here. It comes down out of Missouri and hits the state line, and Anyway, good morning. Welcome Down on the Corner program. Dale Huffman, your host, and the gang's all here. It's brought to you by your hometown Sears store at 1029 Highway 62 East, 425-3191. For the very best in home entertainment, home appliances, tools, lawn care equipment, you name it, they've got it. Your hometown Sears store. Can't beat them. JR and his staff do a great job. They have in-home repair, and they have maintenance agreements on stuff to help you maintain all of your things. And is that strictly with Sears, the Sears appliance, or just what you get at Sears, the maintenance thing?
No.
No, Bob knows more about it, but yeah.
With the lawn care equipment, it's about anything. And I'm pretty sure that any appliance would fit the bill for what they do.
Your hometown Sears store.
They're busy enough to have brought in another certified tech to work on
Awesome.
appliances and things. And the big thing that JR wanted me to mention this morning was financing. You can rent to own it at Sears if you want to.
Really?
There you go.
Oh,
Your hometown Sears store, 1029 Highway 62 East, 425-3191. It's up on the hill behind Wendy's. Same parking lot as Orchland's, out in front of Physical Therapy Connection. And with the advantage of having Sears with this in-store repair, it kind of brings back the memories of when we actually had repair shops. We used to have appliance repair and other electronic repair. You used to see the Zenith signs and the RCA signs of radio repair and stuff like that. Kind of brings back the good old days. And like I say with Sears, you've got that foundation of Sears. Even though they're not a corporate, they're a home-owned store. You still get the same qualities you did many, many years ago with the corporate Sears. Your hometown Sears store, 1029 Highway 62 East, 425-3191. We're enjoying Brewed Awakening Coffee. You can do the same. Brewed Awakening Coffee with 3 locations to serve you. We've got Bomber Boulevard. We've got 62 East Plaza. And, of course, we have the hospital lobby. And, of course, when you go into the hospital, you've got whatever the rules and regulations are to visit Brewed Awakening Coffee. Other than that, the other 2 are drive-thrus. You have Bomber Boulevard and 703 now, Bomber Boulevard, and you have 62 East Plaza. They're up and running, ready to serve you the very best coffee in town. As Mike says, yeah, we're real coffee. So visit
right.
Mike. What's that?
He's right.
He's right. Mike and his staff do a great job at all 3 locations. The 2 drive-thrus are up and running, ready to serve you now. You don't have to walk into the hospital. So Bomber Boulevard, 62 East Plaza, out in front of Anytime Fitness. They have their mochas, their lattes, the frappuccinos. They have everything you can imagine. And even the buttered lattes, the French vanilla, the pumpkin spice, you name it, they've got it. Brewed Awakening Coffee, the best coffee in town. Why? They are real coffee. If you're not drinking Brewed Awakening, you're just drinking muddy water. Mike and the staff do a great job. Visit them this morning. They're ready to serve you right now. Roller Funeral Homes of Arkansas, bring the morning prayer each and every day with all our respect. Roller Funeral Homes. 29 in the state of Arkansas to serve you, with 1 in Memphis, Tennessee. Here in town, talk to Brad, Bruce, Charlotte, Chris, anyone there can help you. And it's a tough time when you have to deal with a funeral home. I mean, make no bones about it. But with Roller, they'll take care of it. With all our respect, Roller Funeral Homes. Can't say enough good things about them. Went through it in 2018 with a family member. Everything was handled, everything was fine, and we move on. With all our respect, Roller Funeral Homes. Pause now for the morning prayer. Heavenly Father, in Romans 15:13, it says, "May the God of hope fill you with all joy and peace as you trust in him." All we have to do is trust in Christ for joy and peace. But the scripture continues, saying, so that you may overflow with hope by the power of the Holy Spirit. Basically, if we as humans would set aside our pride and just do what the Bible teaches, our problems, both individually and as a nation, might not be so severe. And I'm not saying it would be a perfect world if we did, but it should be a whole lot better than what we have now. Lord, I pray you bring our country back to Christ. Help us to realize we need to change because this situation just isn't working. Heal our people, heal our nation, and end the virus. That's my prayer today. Amen. Roller Funeral Homes of Arkansas, bring morning prayer each and every day with all our respect. Roller Funeral Homes.
And now,
Here it
boy.
comes.
dun dun dun,
Hey,
the weather.
I'll take that one. All right.
I practiced this weekend. That one was for you, Bob.
You're the best, Scoot.
Translation.
You're the best, Scoot.
I blow my own horn, right? Morning weather brought to you by the Z-Team. Bob and Linda Zdora for all your real estate needs. 870-405-0793. RetiredToArkansas.net. Time to take a peek at the White River. Yeah. A little bit of cloud cover, but still a pretty shot. See the bridge a little bit better. You see downtown Cotter pretty well.
The
Yeah.
boat going across
Cleared
the
out. It was a
bottom,
little
too.
cloudy when I left. It wasn't.
It was really cloudy
Yeah.
when I looked at it earlier.
Yeah.
Not bad. Now you can go to retiredtoarkansas.net, pull up the live webcam, and you can look at this all throughout the day. There's a little camera icon you can click on to take pictures, send them to friends, use them as a backdrop, screensaver, whatever it may be.
The boat on the left side, it is flying.
It is getting up there.
There were
Ain't it?
boats out this morning. It was
Yeah.
even in the
Yeah.
fog. There was you could hear them out there running.
Yeah.
That's good.
62-412 bridge to the left side of the screen. You're looking into Cotter, Arkansas, Baxter County. The camera's mounted in Marion County, Arkansas. On the clearing to the right would be the Contractors Trust area. A little railroad.
busy.
There's Huh?
They're out there working.
Were they?
Yeah, that's good.
Good.
Good to see
Yeah, of
them
course, you got the
working.
railroad maintenance area there as well. You know, looking into Cotter, Arkansas, brought to you by the Z-Team, Bob and Linda Zdora, the award-winning Z-Team for all your real estate needs. Linda's a professional stager, so when you list your home with the Z-Team, you get the advantage of having a professional stager to set your home for that eye appeal that gets it sold. And like Bob said last week, I've got too many for sale signs in my yard. I need them to put them in your yard. And he'll talk to you in just a minute with This Week in Real Estate. And so the Z-Team, the award-winning Z-Team for all your real estate needs, 870-405-0793, retiredtoarkansas.net. Temperature-wise right now, we're at 65 in Mountain Home, 64 in Harrison and Batesville and Salem, 65 at Calico Rock. It's back down to 64 at Flippin and Marshall and West Plains, but St. Louis checks in at 69, Poplar Bluff at 67, and 65 in Springfield. And in contrast, 55, 10 degrees difference between here and Watford City, North Dakota. Ooh, take two. On the radar, we got shower activity just spotted throughout the country. No heavy showers or fronts or anything come through. Idaho getting a shower. Kansas, Nebraska, part of Colorado. Then it's down into Texas, parts of Oklahoma. A little bit in Arkansas, trails up into Kentucky and Indiana and southern Illinois on up into Ohio. Then we have another line from, I'm going to go ahead and say Alabama, Georgia, East Tennessee, western North Carolina, up into the Virginias. Other than that, we're in pretty good shape. Now we'll zoom in on Arkansas, see what's going on here. We have some, yeah, it is a pretty heavy shower over here around the Jonesboro area. Let me get that centered up on the screen so we can see it better. Right over here around Jonesboro, that's going to be affecting Highway 67, 167 to the west of Jonesboro. Pretty heavy shower right there, nothing severe, and a little bit down south of Pine Bluff. So overall, your highways are just reset, so it's not as intense as what it was. So most generally, your highways are clear. 62, 412 east and west. Highway 65 to Branson looking good. 67, 167 from Little Rock as they split off at the Searcy area going to Batesville, then on to Walnut Ridge, Pocahontas, and Corning, Arkansas. Interstates 30, 40, 49, 55, 555, and 530 in Arkansas clear at this time. You can see Memphis, Tennessee over here on I-40 at I-55. Not much going on there. We go on into western Tennessee, Union, Tennessee, getting some showers. Carroll, Illinois on Interstate 24 at 57 around the Sykeston area. And that's moving on to the east-northeast. State of Missouri, Interstate 49 a little bit around Joplin and Carthage. And then up on I-70, just little blobs popping up between Columbia, Jeff City. Overall, it's not too bad in Missouri. Interstate 55 going up from St. Louis in good shape. Federal highways 160, 60, 63, 61, 54. Everything's pretty clear up there right now. Over into Illinois, the St. Louis area, Belleville, Fairview Heights, Collinsville, and Millstadt area. A little bit south of Belleville. That's down around Millstadt area there. On I-64 over towards Mount Vernon, it's in good shape. I-57 looking good there as well. Just a little bit of rain everywhere, but not much anywhere, if that makes sense. Looks like we got a hurricane warning for the east coast. This goes all the way up on the from Florida all the way up into Maine. As you can see, the red over here on the far right-hand side of your screen should come up and start heading north-northeast. They do have the flood warnings, watches for around the Savannah, Georgia area, of course, the peninsula of Florida, South Carolina, North Carolina, Virginias, Washington, D.C., on up into New York, Pennsylvania, on up into Maine, and the New England states. Nothing in Arkansas right now, a little bit of a flood watch box in west central Missouri as we speak. 7-day forecast. For today, 30% chance of showers. Tonight, mostly clear. Looks like we got a pretty good stretch of some weather this week. We got highs from 81 to 84 to 86 and 88. Then it gets hot next week, back up to normal temperatures in August. Nothing real bad. I drive Arkansas. Everything's slow to load today. Traffic moving good in Memphis and Little Rock and Pine Bluff. Everything's looking good on the interstates. No accidents or anything to report there. In Missouri, Highway 201 in Arkansas turns to Highway J. If you're visiting the area, you go to 201 North. It'll turn to J. They're working on a bridge, so there will be some detours.
Should have told that kid who ran on the motorcycle last week. They should have told. He should have been watching this show. He wouldn't have got caught if he was watching this show.
Yep.
Oops, bridge out. If you're going to Springfield, take Highway 5. Going to West Plains, take Highway 101. That's just, if you're going into Missouri, 5 or 101 is the best thing to do. Current pollen index today is high today, 7 points. I can feel it. I've been itching all night long after cutting all that brush yesterday. 7.6 medium high grasses and plankton. Same thing for tomorrow's prediction. Bull Shoals Lake, we're looking at 686.13. That's 27.13 feet above a full pool of 659. Then Norfolk is at 570.12, 1812 above a full pool of 552. Then our favorite subject to discuss, that good old virus. We have 6,105,000 active cases in the world, with 65,755, which is 1% being critical, 6,039,000 being mild. In the state of Arkansas, I have the 6-county report. Baxter, Marion, Searcy, Stone, Izard, and Fulton. 235 positives, 178 recovered with 55 active, 2 have passed away. In Baxter County, we have 13 active, 6 active in Marion, 3 active in Searcy, 15 active in Stone, 13 in Izard with 5 in Fulton. Right now, the 6-county area population of 104,900. We have a 76% recovery rate. And your positive percentage to population is 0.00224,023. So we're very, very good shape there, with only 235 positives against a population of 104,900 people, with only 55 being currently active right now. 2 have passed away during the episode of all this illness going on. Oil prices, Western Texas International crudes dropped to $39.85. Dow Jones Industrial Market was up 114.67. This is a 5:07 Eastern time on Friday. It closed at 26,428.32. Market updates and all the weather brought to you by the Z-Team. Bob Melinda Zdora for all your real estate needs. 870-405-0793. Retire to Arkansas.net. And so,
the only thing I have to mention is if you have any kids that are going to the Mountain Home Public Schools, you got until Friday to decide which plan you're wanting to do. They got the blended.
Did they extend it?
Yeah, it's till this Friday. The blended plan, pretty much they're going to school unless they can't, and they will do stuff at home. The other one's called the virtual plan, which is mean they're going to be home doing it online the whole time. Right now, 3/4 of the school of the kids have chose to go blended. So it looks like we're going to have a pretty good turnout in the school. About 1/4 of them have decided to go virtual.
The other side of that is if they're going to play sports,
Yep.
they have to have an updated physical. It needs to be on file before they can practice.
Yep.
with that, time for a break. This Week in Real Estate coming up. Be right back.
At Letty's Mexican Restaurant, we are here to keep you safe during these difficult times, as well as serve you the best Mexican food in the area. That's why we have installed a convenient drive-through window for all your to-go and pickup orders. Give us a call at 870-435-2532 to order your next meal, whether it's breakfast, lunch, or dinner, and ask us about our daily specials for a low price to feed the whole family. Experience the best in Mexican cuisine. Letty's in Gassville.
Did you know when you shop at Sears Hometown Stores, you are supporting your local community? That's right. Your local Sears Hometown Store is locally owned and operated by one of your neighbors. Their store offers the best of what Sears has to offer with the top brands and appliances, tools, and lawn and garden. They also offer great financing options that work no matter what you need. Remember to stop by your local Sears Hometown Store today and support a local member of your community.
Hi, it's Bob Zdora, the Z-Team at Century 21 LeMac Realty, 1024 Highway 62 East in Mountain Home. As you know, we are all facing some unusual times. Be calm, be smart. The business world of real estate will continue. We may have some delays and some changes that are out of our control, but life will go on, and this too will pass. Give thanks for this wonderful country that we live in. Give thanks for the neighbors that we share. If there's anything we can do to give you a hand, give us a call, 870-405-0793. And check out our website, retiredarkansas.net.
Driftwood Lanes. Fun happens here.
At MSI, they're not just another trash service. They're your friendly, family-owned and operated trash service, providing residential, commercial, and roll-off pickup. MSI offers competitive rates and services 5 counties in the north central Arkansas area. Various dumpster sizes available for commercial and accommodating you with weekly pickup for your convenience. Call Tammy or Kathy today at MSI. MSI Trash Service, small enough to know you and large enough to service you. Have you ever noticed every time you wash your car, you end up wetter than the actual car? Next time, run down to Car Care and let the friendly staff put a smile on your face. Car Care of Mountain Home has a variety of services to clean your vehicle's needs, inside and out. From a simple wash and shine to their outstanding detailed services. Located 1525 Highway 62 East in Mountain Home. Stop by Car Care Mountain Home today, because driving a clean car always makes you feel good.
Take a step back in time when going to a barbershop meant more than just getting a haircut. Come into Legionnaire Barbershop today, a unique gentleman's barbershop. Get back in style with 2 experienced licensed barbers who are trained in tonsorial arts and lock removal and are happy to give you a straight razor shave. Legionnaire Barbershop is veteran-owned and operated and located at 1041 Highland Circle, Suite 55 in Mountain Home. For a full, old-fashioned barbershop experience, stop by Legionnaire Barbershop today. When you're 7:19, time for This Week in Real Estate with Bob Zdora. Bob and Linda Zdora for all your real estate needs. 870-405-0793, retiredarkansas.net.
Yes, sir.
Hi.
Morning.
How you doing?
Sitting here talking about things that we do, projects that we take on, and different ways that we help people.
Cutting brush.
And Linda's out, she'll be out today helping get a house ready to come on the market. Because it's not just a matter of getting it listed, it's a matter of being able to present it properly, get a price and presentation are just so important. And so she's going to be out with some guys and getting the place squared away so we can take pictures, get the outside done, we'll start on the inside in the next couple of days. And people think sometimes we start, we're going to go out there, we're going to throw that sign up in front of the house and start parading people through there. And that's not the case. We want to get that right because you got one chance to make a good first impression. And we want to be ready for the pictures. We want to make sure that things are squared away, part of the staging that she does. Getting that house ready to go And sometimes people are nervous that we're not ready. We're not ready. I got stuff, and they're kind of overwhelmed with that, and we can help with all of that. Those are the things that we do.
Staging now, will she change the shirt hanging off the lampshade?
Well, it won't be on a lampshade, and she'll make sure that
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's right, where it belongs. That's why you bought the treadmill, right? Was to hang your clothes up on it. But that's what she does, and goes through, and sometimes it's a matter of moving stuff off the countertop and take the picture. Sometimes it goes back up, because people, I want that to be there. Okay, well, but you're moving, so start packing. And we tell people that a lot, because that's what you are. You are moving. That's why you called us, was to sell your home and to move on to the next phase of your life. And that's one of the things we've been so successful at helping people to do. And pretty proud of that. But she'll be, like I said, she's going to be there the next couple of days getting that house ready to go. People who think that I've got so much stuff, I can't. There's ways to do that. We've got girls that can come in and help you to pack. People that can come in and help you to go through this stuff. There's people here that can come in and just buy the whole house if need be. It's all depends on what it is that you need to do to move on to that next phase. And the service is the deal. It really is. And so we've been able to help a lot of people. But if you're looking to sell your home, give us a call, and we are there to help you to make it easy for you. I mean, we realize how stressful this is. We do this all the time. We're not Joe at the barber shop. Oh, yeah, I sold 3 places. We do this every day. This is what we do. And we're there to help people to be successful in their move and to be comfortable in their move. We want them to be happy when they go. That's how you get those customer service awards, is from providing actual customer service and making things easy for people. So that's been the target. And it's been the target with the team as well. That's part of taking the team on.
I'm sitting here thinking about Friday. Senator Flipper was sitting right here, got off on the Z team. Boy, there's your commercial right there.
I know a lot of people are nervous when it comes to looking at selling their home. And like you said, one of the things I know a lot of people, well, I've got to do this and I've got to do this and I've got to do this. And, my thing is, if your mind is made up and you're ready to sell your home, that they need to call you and let you come out and say, hey, let's do this and this. Let's not do it. Because you don't want to repaint your whole home inside and out. You don't want to do it because it's not going to be, and I'm saying this, I've heard you say it so many times.
It's true.
But I did want you to talk about that for just a second, if you could, on how important it is to, right now, once your mind's made up to sell, because if you list your home, you're going to sell it with you. There is no doubt you will get it sold. So
that's the mission.
Yeah,
yes, it is. Yes,
so that part's got to be made up. But now, what do they need to do to get it ready without panicking, thinking everything's got to get done?
Right. We're going to come in and we're going to walk through the house with them. We're going to make some suggestions there's things that I go to all the inspections, all the home inspections. I know the things that they're going to call out. I know things that a VA inspector is going to call out. I know that they're not going to allow any greenery attached to the house at all. So if they got vines or trees hanging over and it's rubbing on the roof, we should take them off anyway, because it's affecting. The reason they're calling that out is because those branches are rubbing those crystals off of the roof, off of the shingles. I know that they're going to call for ground faults, things like that. But as far as tearing out the kitchen, tearing out the bathroom. Yeah, we're going to sell the house. We're going to put a new bathroom in. You're going to get it the way you wanted it to be all those years. Let the next guy do that, because their vision of what it may be is not going to be the same in the vast, vast, vast majority of cases. It's not going to be the same as what your vision is. And you're going to put in granite, and they wanted quartz. Those are the kind of things that when it looks nice, but it's not what I, as the buyer, want. So you're better off, you adjust for those things with price, you sell it, you're not living in drywall dust for 3 weeks, a month, 6 weeks. I mean, these projects have a tendency to go on and on. And you're able to move on, and it's a much better situation for you as the seller then I'd have to deal with. Like I say, some things that we know they're going to call out, that's fine. We deal with them. Either you're going to get them fixed now because it's going to happen, and you're going to be ahead of the game a little bit, because when people walk through and they see that they're all ground faults in every place that they know, because they've been looking at houses for a little bit now.
Where do they need ground faults? In all sockets or just
Just
bath?
about any outside sockets now outlets have to be ground faulted. Bathrooms, kitchens, laundry rooms, those are the big thing. And now there's some
Anything near the water?
yeah, right. And like I say, the outside in the garages. So if you've got a refrigerator out there, you have to mark that it's not ground fault protected, because you don't want the refrigerator to be on a ground fault, because if it kicks off and you're not in there for a couple of days, it could be off for all that time and everything's ruined. So there's things to consider as you're going forward with those type of things. But you're right, Scooter. I mean, to not take on big projects is so important. And like I said, we can adjust and we can fix things with price, and you don't have to put up with the aggravation and the frustration of doing that. Because, like I say, to fix up the bathroom the way you would always wanted it and then sell it, you're going to be carrying that around, because you're not going to get dollar for dollar back anyway. A fresh coat of paint isn't going to hurt. Maybe getting the roof power washed. Have the guy come out with that and get those black streaks off of there. Those are things that are going to increase the marketability, increase the saleability, and those are things going to help the home to sell. No
What about
question.
the metal roof? If somebody put a metal roof on, does that kind of help?
Well, it's good. Yeah, metal roofs are good because of the longevity of them. They're going to last a lot longer and take much more abuse. They're more expensive though too. If you're taking an insurance claim, if you've had hail damage and you're taking an insurance claim and they're going to replace the whole roof, it's something to talk about and consider. Saying, okay, well, we're here now, but 5 years from now we're going to be moving. Well, that's maybe worth doing, to put a couple extra bucks into it now, because that's going to pay off 5 years down the line.
Yeah.
Those are considerations that you can make. You're going to be a little out of pocket with that, but that's money you're generally going to get back, because the insurance company's picking up the bulk of the expense anyway. Roofs are a funny thing. The inspectors go up there, they'll walk them, if you need a roof. I mean, if you look up there and on a sunny day and you don't get any shine, little glistening back on the crystals that are up there, the material that's up there, you need a new roof. And you got to worry about leaks. You got to worry about, even like you're talking about with the vent, those vents get loose up there, and you could have water coming in. Who goes up in their attic to look to see if they got water intrusion or anything? So those are things that come up with inspections. They get corrected. I've got a walkthrough tomorrow, Wednesday. One or the other that we're going to do. That we had found some, the house next door, they're adjacent to each other, and the house next door had a problem with their roof, and some of it got through into this place. So they're getting some stuff repaired in there. But that's what we do. My job is to make it as simple. I told those people, our clients, when they sign the contract, I says, you don't have to come back. You don't even have to come back for closing. We can make all this a mail out. I'll be there. I was there with the inspector when the inspector went through. I'll be there for the walkthrough to make sure that the repairs were done, the agreed upon repairs were done. It's all part of the service. That's, like I say, that's truly what we do.
Take a look at some numbers.
This weekend, come back here, you.
Uh-oh. That's never a good sign. All right, looking over. Uh-oh.
Yeah, we can fix this. There we go. We're good. This week in real estate, there were 64 new listings came on, 2 commercial properties, 23 parcels of land, 39 homes came on the market.
Wow, that helps.
How many homes? Yeah, they came out in a range from from 429,000 to 32,000.
How many homes were there?
39 homes came out on the market.
Okay.
10 of those homes are under contract. Now, this was as of the other day when I did this. So 25% of the homes that came on the market came on under contract, or within that week came under contract. There were 48 sales last week, 2 commercial properties, 11 parcels of land, 35 homes sold.
Wow.
Those homes sold in a range from $369,000 to $20,000. Average sale price last week was $145,000 with 146 days on market. Still $5 million in residential real estate closed this past week. 21 properties expired. If you're one of those properties that expired and you want to get I got signs in my yard that I'd like to find someplace else to go. So if you can help me out with that, we would appreciate it. 98, there's 98 pendings. Homes that used to come on as like active contingent where they're waiting for this or that, they're going right to pending. They're changing the status just because the backup offers and stuff. There's listings in Missouri, and if you're looking for a home and you've seen the stuff that's here, it may be possible. Missouri isn't that far. It's not a bad drive. It's worked out very well for a lot of people.
And once they get
you can get a little bit. Yeah. The bridge will be good.
Yeah.
And there's some good opportunities up there. There's currently 310 homes listed on the MLS. So actually, even though we took those 30 some on, is new, we're actually down 4 from last week.
Wow.
118 in Mountain Home, 20 in Bull Shoals, 7 in Cotter. Year-to-date sales, this year there's been 612 homes have sold for $97.6 million. Average sale price is $159 with 143 days on market. Last year, in the same time period, there had been 627 homes that sold for $91.6 million. Average sale price last year was $146. So you can see the difference. There's the market has appreciated, and it is supply and demand. Not as many homes as sold, partly because there aren't as many on the market, partly because there aren't as many people that were able to get here during the 3 months of the lockdown. Yeah. So people didn't come. We've got people that are here that are, do we want to leave? We always wanted to go to Arizona, but do we still want to go there? We always wanted to go to Florida. Life decisions that go on. People that are out a little bit, we talk about that, downsizing and moving in. Well, there aren't as many homes in town to be able to accommodate those people. And that's something that we've run into. We've gone on listing appointments and couldn't really find anything for them to move into. So we'll stay. That's okay. Keep us in mind. That's my job. What is plan B? What are you going to do when we bring a buyer through the store? Where are you going to go? And to just say, we're thinking about, no, you need to go there. You need to see what's there and what's going to work best for you.
I'm looking back, $5 million this week, and last week, 6.7, or was it 3 point? It must have been 3.3 last week.
Last week was down a little bit, yeah.
Yeah, 3.3. I mean, you're looking at $8.3 million, and we go back July 20th, 4.9, so 5, and 3.3. You're at.
We're over. When you look at our year-to-date number, it's higher than it was last year. Just the volume. We don't have the volume.
Yeah.
But the prices have gone up, and some of the bigger houses have sold, and we're seeing that. Some of the properties that have been on the market, stuff in the 4, 5, 6s, as we're looking at those, they're getting much more activity than they were. So people are coming here. We forget that they're coming from different markets. They're coming from places where a house here that's $500,000, $600,000, it'd be $1.2 million. And it'd be right next to it'd be from here to the wall, away from their neighbor. Whereas here they're getting it and it's on 3 acres, 5 acres, 40 acres, whatever it may be.
But then some of the value built into these homes is the fact you have the safety and the
you're buying the quality of life. You're getting the quality of life, and that's what we've always sold here, and we've always made a point of that. The quality of life issues are so important for people, especially coming from other locations, and they know they don't want to be where they're at. They may not know where they want to be, but they're tired of the nonsense where they're at.
Yep.
So,
phone number and locations.
Give my honey a call. She's at 870-405-0793. And the website is retirettoarkansas.net. You can take a look. We've got the whole MLS is on there. If you're looking for properties or you want to see what properties are going for in your area, it'll give you a good idea. Bunch of other information on there as well, local information, things that are coming up, current events, and
the award-winning Z Team.
Yes, sir.
All
Some
right.
nice pictures of ourselves and the team and the different awards that we've received, and we're proud of those. We're proud of helping the people that we have.
When you get time, go to Facebook, go to last Friday's show, which was on the 31st. Watch Senator Flippo talk about the Z Team. Hilarious. It's great. Anyway, time for a break. Be right back. When you're out of town, make sure your pet is with someone who will love them as much as you do. At 201 Pet Salon and Resort, your pet is cared for just as they would be at home. 201 Pet Salon and Resort is the only all-suite climate-controlled and air-filtered boarding facility in the area with private and spacious rooms to keep your pet relaxed. And with over 3/4 of an acre of fenced play area, your pet will receive the proper exercise they deserve. 201 also offers professional grooming services. Your best friend is in good hands at 201 Pet Salon and Resort in Mountain Home.
Diatley Dental Care is a family-owned dental practice. Doctors Irvin and Christina Diatley grew up in the Twin Lakes area and are proud to serve the community. With modern treatment methods and state-of-the-art technology, they are dedicated to providing exemplary care to patients of all ages. Our compassionate team consistently receives training above and beyond the standard of care.
We're changing the way you see dentistry.
Come be a part of our dental family.
Jim Brown Company keeps you cool when it's hot and warm when it's not. A trusted name in the mountain home community, Jim Brown Company provides timely heating and cooling installation and repairs. Our certified technicians incorporate new technology on every job to provide you with the most advanced services. At our metal fabrication shop, we handle projects big and small. We've created everything from commercial ducts to custom designs.
I'd recommend Jim Brown Company to my friends and neighbors. The reason being they have high-tech equipment. Their service techs are well qualified for the job that they do, and they also send me a report after all the work is done so I know exactly what my unit's doing.
By visiting our showroom, you can learn all about our heating and cooling products. We'll educate you on your options and help you decide on the right solution. For total comfort at your home or business, choose Jim Brown Company. Quality service with a family name since 1964.
Hi, I'm Benny with Ammo Dump.
At Ammo Dump, they carry new and used firearms, large supply of shotguns, rifles, and handguns. Ammo Dump will buy, sell, or trade in your item and can special order whatever you like. They also have knives, scopes, ammo of any caliber, and provide gun cleaning and restoration. Call them today for the best competitive pricing around.
If I don't have it or can't get it because they don't make it, come and see us.
That's Ammo Dump, located next to Woodman's Package in Norfolk.
Good morning. We're here this morning with David Drewry from the Mountain Home Diamonds 18 and under girls softball team. Last year they played 14 and under last year.
We played 16 and
16 and under last year. And you guys played a World Series down in Florida last year. And with everything that's going on this year, you're kind of limited on what you're able to do and where you're able to play. But I know you just wrapped up some stuff up in Branson, and that's what I wanted to visit you about.
Yeah, we went 2 years ago. We went to Florida.
2 years ago.
Yeah, it's been
time's fun.
Time's moving fast. Yeah. We did go there 2 years ago. Last year we went to the World Series in Branson as 16 and under. This year we went back as an 18 and under team. We picked up Lauren Loving from Mountain Home, and she was 18, and Marcy Cudworth was 18, so we decided, since they were playing with us, we just move on up with the rest of the girls and see the big girls.
It's hard to believe that it's been 2 years since you guys were in Florida.
Oh, I know. It's hard to believe that 5 years ago they were 11 and 12 years old too, you know. Now they're getting ready to graduate, so.
The season that you normally have this year was nothing like it.
No.
Everything was cut really short. You had to play where you could.
It was sure enough different. I mean, I think it was June 1st was when the governor said that we could play our first game, and so we scheduled a game June 1st. Went to Harrison and played a team over there, and June 1st was our first scrimmage game, and I think from June 1st the 28th of June, we had played like 28 or 29 games. So we tried to cram it in because we didn't know tomorrow, or is he going to shut it back down?
Cancel it back.
Yeah, what are they going to do? So we wanted to get as many games in as possible. But we traveled, stayed in the state. We weren't real sure what was going to come up there, but traveled all over the state there and just tried to get as many games in as possible.
Is this group that you play with, is it part of that U-Trip, or what is the backing organization that y'all play in?
The FASA is Fast Pitch America Softball Association. They're it's kind of like U-Trip, just a different organization. Few different rules, nothing major. Especially once you get to our age, it's pretty much standard high school rules.
And how long have you been doing this?
Playing the FASA?
No. How long have you been coaching this?
This was our 5th year. We started when my daughter was 11 and she's 15. This is our 5th year. Yeah.
And the organization is somewhat set up like American Legion, to where you have a district, or do you just pick up games wherever you can?
You just pick up, you play tournaments throughout the year. They have qualifying tournaments for, the World Series, and they have, your state tournaments, a qualifier. But it's not like American Legion high school. It's more just
tournament team.
Tournament team, yeah.
So you just bounce from tournament to tournament instead of having a set schedule and a bracket and see who comes up on top.
Yep.
And how many girls do you have on your team?
11.
11.
Mm-hmm.
All from here?
All from here except for 3 of them. I have Kaylee Crownover. She's moved to Cotter. Abby Rouse, which is from Thayer, Missouri, and then Leah Steele, which is from Flippin. So we picked those up. They played a little bit with Abby's, and Kaylee have always played with us. And then Leah we picked up this year to catch some for us, and it worked out.
And the girls that you have, you pretty much just keep them on your team as long as they want to play?
Yep. Just try to keep them with us, and like I said, most of the girls are Mountain Home girls. And that's what we've always said, instead of, because like my daughter and Robbie Hill's daughter and Aaron Burnham's daughter, my other 2 coaches, they can still play the younger age group. The older girls, we had the choice of either moving our kids up with the older girls or finding 8 or 9 new girls every other year. And instead of trying to find new girls and switch teams back and forth, we decided, when whatever year that was, 5 years ago, let's just move up, stay together, be a team, and go on from there.
Those girls get accustomed to playing with each other, then they kind of can read what's going to happen next.
Right. And they get used to us. They get used to each other. They know what they can and can't get away with, and
they know what the expectations are.
Yep. And it just you see it a lot. It's hard. You'll play teams that Friday night a girl plays for a certain team, and then that team gets beat out on Saturday, and Sunday she's playing for another team. Well, what are you teaching that kid?
Right.
They
just kind of bounce around.
Yeah.
Nearly 7:45. We're with David Drewry from the Mountain Home Diamonds. Girls softball team, 18 and under. We're going to come back. We're going to talk about the Branson tournament that you played in this season, and we're going to talk about who funds this for you. We'll be right back.
It takes the right gear to survive out here. Oh, there she is, Ferris. It's the best gear around. Strong as an ox. Safe as houses. Out back, there's one powerful beast. Awesome. Four-wheel suspension, handles whatever Mother Nature throws at you. Designed to take the hard out of hard work and deliver all the power you could need. So if you want to tackle the great outdoors, get yourself a Ferris.
Get the only mower with suspension technology at Mower Warehouse in Mountain Home, where they accept mower trade-ins, have flexible financing options, and services all brands and models. That's Mower Warehouse, located on Buzzard Roost in Mountain Home.
When you think about Hospice of the Ozarks, it's our desire that you think about finding a way to live your life to the fullest while living with a serious illness. If you ever need help and support, we provide a team of healthcare professionals and volunteers that will support your physical, emotional, and spiritual aspects of life while doing the same for your family and caregivers in the comfort of your own home or wherever you call home. When you think about Hospice of the Ozarks, we hope that you grant us permission to walk on the journey with you. Your not-for-profit option since 1979.
At Connor Family Funeral Home, our goal is to provide our friends and neighbors with caring, compassionate services at an affordable price. Connor Family is a full-service funeral home that offers a wide range of services to meet your family's needs and customs. We are the first on-site crematory in the area and provide many options to memorialize your loved ones and address all the details for a more personalized service. Where compassion and affordability meet, Connor Family Funeral Home in Mountain Home.
When I grow up, I want to save lives, like a superhero, and show up when people needed me.
When I grow up, I want to do animations. I want to create characters that can fly.
No matter what it is you want out of life, there is a path to get there.
When I grow up, I don't know what I want to do when I grow up, but I know I want to go to college.
Arkansas State University Mountain Home. Take your first step at asumh.edu.
When you need durable and comfortable hospital scrubs stat, you need the Uniform Shop. The Uniform Shop is the place for top quality uniforms, carrying a great selection of name brands, including Carhartt, Bear Bradley, Urbane, and Grey's Anatomy, as well as shoes from Skechers, Nursemates, Softwalk, and Landau, stethoscopes from Littman, blood pressure cuffs, scissors, name tag retractables, compression socks, paramedic VDUs, and Rocky boots. The Uniform Shop also offers customizing, embroidery, and minor alterations. Let us put you in uniforms. Shop the Uniform Shop at Letty's.
We're back. David Drewry with the Mountain Home Diamonds girls softball team, 18 and under. 11 girls play on your team, and you traveled this year to Branson to play in the World Series for that organization. Who funds that?
Basically our parents. We figure up how many tournaments we're going to go to, what the entry fees cost, what our uniforms cost, and we divide that by 11, and
there you go.
There we go.
How long of a tournament was that?
It was a week long. It was July 20th through the 25th.
Now, did y'all travel back and forth? Did y'all stay
some
up
of
there?
the girls traveled back and forth. We stayed up there in a condo, and some of the girls stayed with us, and we played. Our first game, I think, was Tuesday at 9:00, and that was the only game we played all day. Then Wednesday we played 2 games in the afternoon. Thursday we played 9:00. Friday we played 9:00. So, the girls did what they wanted to. We had started out in a 2-bedroom condo. There was 2 girls, three girls, and then I think there was like 5 or 6 that were staying the night and hanging out and having good times. So, but yeah, they most of them just drove back and forth.
How did your team fare?
Not as good as we wanted to, but like I said, we're mostly 16, 15 and 16. Had a couple older girls, so we saw what I would say would be probably the equivalent to what we're going to see in high school this coming up year. I felt like we could have won a couple more games, just doing a few small things better. But for the most part, we were right there in just about every game except for one, and had a shot to win every game except for that one. And that team they hit the ball. So we'd played them before, but we beat a team out of Louisiana. I think it was 10-2. And then the Arkansas Nemesis out of Jonesboro, Truman area, they beat us. I think it was 8-0. So, and then we lost to Branson 3-2, and that was one of those. We started playing and it come a downpour, and when we got to looking at the bracket and we're like, it's. If we don't get to play this, it's not really going to matter. They were 2-0. We were 1-1. So bracket was pretty much set. So we moved on. But and that team Branson wound up finishing second, winning the whole thing. And I think we finished 6th or 7th out of 14 teams.
Oh my!
So
the way it is set up. These teams can come from anywhere, or they are regionalized?
No, these teams, FASA is nationwide. Okay. Mostly, I would say from mid-southern, Midwest, back east, Texas, Louisiana, Mississippi, Arkansas is basically where your biggest part of the organization is from. Some Kansas and places like that, but so yeah, most of the teams are southern region, but they can come from all over.
In a normal non-COVID year, when does your season start?
Usually, the last year we tried we did June 1st, and that's just because we can't start until high school season gets over, and that's usually the 18th, 19th of May. Give those girls a week off to just kind of recoup their bodies and then practice and then go ahead. So as far as a shortened season, it really wasn't a shortened season. It was just
compact.
Yeah, we didn't know when we were going to get to start till the week before. We went ahead and planned everything out as best we could. We were scheduled to play the end of May this year at Batesville, and it got canceled. It pushed us back a little bit, but it still worked out. I think we played 37 games from June 1st to July 25th. So,
who determines where these World Series will be played?
The FASA organization sets that up. So, Branson takes care of them, and they got a great facility up there at that Branson Recplex, and it works out good for them.
Any hope that Mountain Home could ever host one of those?
It'd be nice, but I don't know. I don't know if it'd take a lot of work on the city's part and people in town. But it could be done, but it'd be hard to take away from what Branson has to offer.
Yeah. Is your 18 and under team the only group from Mountain Home that plays in this FASA?
There's other that are 18 and under. We're the only ones.
Right, but are there other 16 and unders and 14?
Yeah, there's some 12 and unders. There's some 10 and unders. We had our junior high girls this year they had a team, so they got their junior high season cut short, and so what the junior high did was go ahead and pay some entry fees for those girls to travel and go get some games in. And so they 14 and under, which is basically, they were 8th graders last year, be our up and coming 9th graders this year. They got, I think 3 or 4 tournaments in against some good competition that, they needed to see.
This is in all a great feeder opportunity for the school system.
Yeah, I mean that's what we hope it to be. We hope that our junior high program can feed right into the high school program, and maybe not be ready to start as a 9th grader on varsity, but hopefully be good enough to push those upperclassmen to where they have to work harder and compete for their job, which in return just sets a precedence for how the program needs to be ran.
And of course, our softball team and local baseball team, neither one got more than just a couple games in this season. So the seniors of 2020 kind of got shortchanged as far as their softball and baseball careers went.
And they the guy that runs FASA, Shannon Gamewell, he put on a high school tournament, high school official, unofficial state tournament where you had to have a school team, and he wanted it for the 2020 seniors that didn't get a season, and we were scheduled to play in that. It just worked out where Lauren wound up breaking her toe and was out. Lyric, another girl, she wound up having surgery on her glove hand. She couldn't play, so we didn't have any varsity pitching, so we had to back out. But it is what it is, But it was a good deal for them to host.
Something to look forward to.
Yeah.
Well, right now I think everything is still quasi up in the air as far as sports go for the high school level, and they're going to allow helmets and shorts today for football for the first time in the season, and with hopes that the season will get pushed a little bit, but they'll actually get to play. The social distancing and the temperature checks and all those important things that need to happen really put a cramp in you as a coach's style and how you can do things. It takes a lot of time to temperature check and you have to go through the questionnaire every time. And how'd y'all deal with that?
We just told the girls, said, look, this is what, if you want to play, this is what we have to do. We got there a little bit early, and it just became part of our daily routine was get out of the truck, check your temp, go through the questions, get started with batting practice.
Yeah, the governor's announcement that he made on Friday regarding football is a little bit of a light at the end of the tunnel, and it's good news for the high schools that are going to participate. There are several high schools around the state that have players that are down with COVID, and they're not going to be able to do this. Just because the governor said, hey, we're going to attempt to do this, doesn't mean it's going to happen. Things are a little bit up in the air still. As far as youth sports go, those questionnaires and the temperature checks, it's a lot of responsibility put on a coach. And with 11 players, it's not so bad. 20, 30 players, not so bad. You get into a league that's got 200 players, and you got one person responsible. That's a lot of stress.
A lot of stress.
Dave, we sure appreciate you taking the time to come in this morning, and we wish you best of luck with next year's team. And you'll have a good bunch of girls that are raring to go, I'm sure.
I hope so. I hope so.
See how it works.
Yeah.
Scooter, it's been a Monday morning.
Gonna wrap it up. See everybody tomorrow.
See ya.